Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's gonna be a real quick one today. I'm gonna show you how to easily bleed the cooling system on any vehicle that you're working on. And it's the use of one of these. This is a UV Airlift. I've had this tool for a couple years now. Actually, no, that's a lie. I've had it for a year now, not a couple of years. But it makes a huge difference in getting all the air blood out of the system, plus filling the system, plus verifying that your system is airtight. So let's just get into it. I'll show you how this thing works. So one thing to know is this tool does require compressed air. Really, the bigger the compressor, the better. So this right here is the valve, and it works under the Venturi principle. So essentially what this is going to do is you have high velocity compressed air running past this valve, and that in turn will pull vacuum or pull air out of the system entirely. And once you stop pulling vacuum on the system, you'll wait and you'll see if this thing holds a vacuum. If it holds a vacuum, you know the system is sealed, and you can then fill it with a coolant, which is stage 2, or a second step of the process. So I'm using this cone here, or this cone adapter. I'm going to shove it into the expansion tank like so. And then we have our first valve that we hook up, which this is how you pull a vacuum on the system. So, you know, pretty basic up to this point. Leave the valve closed. We'll take our shop air. And right now we're pulling a vacuum on the system. All of the exposed cooling hoses are actually shrinking. Pull a little bit more vacuum, but gonna need a little bit more air pressure for that. I have a tiny air compressor, which is not very useful for this. I want to get into the green zone, so I just need more pressure. But if you look, it has completely pulled vacuum. That's a lower radiator hose right there. Went ahead and pulled more vacuum, and as you can see, it's staying dead where it needs to stay. You really want to be in the green. And again, you can see how all of the hoses have collapsed. You don't hear any air leaking from the system. So we have verified that we do in fact have a completely sealed system. And now we're going to let that sit for a little bit further, a little bit more. But now we're going to talk about what I'll be doing with the coolant. Picked up some distilled water. I am only running water in this cooling system. I really don't want to be the guy who goes to the track, pops a cooling hose off, shoots antifreeze all over the place. I'd rather be able to show up, say that I have a complete water cooling system, and that's not going to be a problem. It's not going to screw up anybody else's session. It'll be one bottle of the water wetter, and mix that with 2 gallons of distilled water. That should be enough to fill the cooling system. Now, you should also be running distilled water if you were running antifreeze as well. I know a lot of people just don't bother with that. I do. Stuff is like $1 a gallon. It's not really a big deal. There we go. That's our concoction right there. So let's get into it. So we actually lost pressure, and the reason for that is the drain plug on the radiator was slightly loose and air was coming out of there. Now, it was stable at one point, but as less and less pressure or vacuum was in the system, this gauge really started to drop. So I walked away to go mix the coolant mix with the water wetter, but as you can see, that dropped way down. It's now completely stable. So I'm just gonna have to pull vacuum on it one more time. So, one more time. Just pull some vacuum. I'm going to give it a couple of minutes just to sit there, verify that we don't have another leak. But that's what's really nice about this kit is everything seemed fine. I walked away, I let it sit, and then the leak exposed itself very easily. Obviously, if I had gone to fill the cooling system, that would have been a very slow leak. I'd rather make sure that the integrity of the system is good first and then fill it. This way you don't run into problems later on. And that's why a kit like this is extremely useful. And it's also useful, like I said earlier, in the respect that if you have a car that's very difficult to bleed air out of, this is removing all of the air. So when you go to put coolant in it, which I'm going to show you in a minute, you don't have to worry. There's already a void, because you've pulled vacuum on the entire cooling system. So there's no air in there anywhere for there to be trapped. Works out pretty good. So we're going to come over here with the mix. And we're going to gingerly remove our valve. That's what allows us to pull vacuum. And here's our valve to add coolant to the system. So you see it's got a little filter on the end so you don't put any large contaminants in the system. The key here is you want to make sure that your valves are all closed, and we're going to slowly open everything up. I have my bucket of coolant on top of a toolbox just to have up. Here we go. Open one valve, and I'm going to open the valve to the cooling system. And just make sure that the hose stays submerged. But as we speak, we're losing vacuum on the system as coolant is starting to fill the voids. And you're just gonna let this do its thing until it pulls until you basically have no vacuum left whatsoever. You just wanna make sure that you don't pull air in. We're almost down to 0. All right. Pretty much used all of it. So there's no vacuum left in the system. And expansion tank should be relatively full. Just going to check the level on that real quick. Oh, Jesus. That's a little tight. Oh, there it is. I can see the level right there. So fill the expansion tank. It filled. The radiator hose is no longer collapsed. Means there's water on both sides. And there's no drips from underneath the car. So we're good. Easy peasy. And we don't have to worry about bleeding this thing out. Even better. So anyway, that's it. That's the UV Airlift. This is one of the early versions of it. I've had this for about a year. They have more sophisticated versions that have nicer, adapter caps and things like that. But this tool works perfectly fine. I'm not working on cars professionally or well, actually, no, that's not true. I do work on cars every day, but I'm not working on cars to make money. But even I see value in this tool strictly because you've ever had to bleed air out of a cooling system on a mid-90s BMW, you know that could be a nightmare. And really any car for that matter. This is pretty much set it, forget it type of thing, and it accomplishes two things. Number one, you know that you have good cooling system integrity because if it can hold a vacuum, it's not going to leak. And number two, it's going to fill the cooling system and not introduce air in the system, as long as you make sure you don't suck in air via the coolant hose. Outside of that, I think it's a useful tool to have in the garage or in your tool collection, especially if you like working on cars or you are working on cars professionally, either one. The only downside is you do need an air compressor, and you need a decent air compressor with high CFM. I did it with a pancake compressor, but I had to pull vacuum 3 times. Oops. But I'll provide a link to where I bought this toolkit from. It's not an affiliate link. I do not care about making money off YouTube. I'm just here to try to help you guys out and show you some stuff. So, feel free to subscribe. Any questions or concerns or comments, leave in the comment box below. I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Like that video. You can follow me along on Instagram. And outside of that, I'll see you guys for the next video. Later.